What up with it? What up with it? What up with it? Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, you know what I'm saying? Interviews though. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try something different. We're gonna go outside our realm of the boxing show. Mm-hmm. But, you know what I'm saying, it's fam, so we're gonna show a whole lot of love. We got Neff Nuff Sed.
What's
you know
happening?
what I'm saying?
Superstar.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The superstar in the building. Doing big things. For y'all that don't know who he is, go ahead and introduce
Neff
yourself.
Nuff Sed, VA recording artist, New Nation Entertainment, The Hybrid. Yep.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, local recording artist in the area. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He better than Take Davis. He a star. You know what I'm saying? He's a star. He's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go ahead and just jump off into it. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you got into the rap game or whatnot. What got you started?
I mean, you probably seen the whole story, but basically, my dad loved music, so I was always around music. I used to hit the Circuit City every, Tuesday? Mm-hmm. Get off work, hit the Circuit City,
mm-hmm.
6 o'clock in the morning, come home with whatever came out that day, we had it. And it was just having that access to it. You just fall in love naturally because it's like, that's just what's around. So, of course, I got the karaoke machine with the tape recorder. You used to have to put the tape on the bottom of the jump to record. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And then just went from there, like, just basically just everything I seen and I was hearing, just trying to make it my own and do things like that. And then, it just evolution. It had an evolution from there, getting computer software and stuff like that, and to try to take it as serious as possible. Once everything just kind of unraveled from there, just kept going. So it is what it is today.
Okay. Now see, I know the story. Dudes know the story. You know what I'm saying? We kind of played a part in raising. So you know what I'm saying? But we gonna act like we, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. So
yeah, because I kind of don't know.
Yeah. So okay. So you are from where?
Leesburg. I was born in
Leesburg, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So okay. That's
I've lived all up and down Route 7. So I tell people I'm from Leesburg.
But all that.
I'm Route 7 though.
Yeah.
Route 7.
Okay.
Nova, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Yeah, Nova, definitely. You know what I'm saying? DMV. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Okay. So, you, at what point of you getting everything, like you say, you getting computer programs, you doing it off the karaoke machine or whatnot, and it's something that you like doing, at what point do you say, this is something that we're going to do for real? And we gonna make a run with it.
When I started like occupying so much time that I was like really affecting everything around me to the point where it's like I was getting kicked out of class because I was supposed to be doing math and I'm over here writing. She's like, "What you writing? Like, you want to say it for the class?" I'm like, "All right, and I do it."
As soon as you say that, you know what popped in my head? You know what I'm saying? Malcolm and Kareem, Mrs. Chu. Girl Scout cookies got me looking like Mrs. Chu. This is for you.
Get between them yellow thighs.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But okay, go ahead.
So just basically, it took over like basically like my lifestyle. So when I should be focusing on other things, I couldn't get my mind off music. So I had no choice but to, like, you know what I'm saying, really just jump into it. So I'm already there. Like, even one of the ways I started getting my name, I worked at Best Buy as a cashier. And I'd see anybody that came over and they was like, say Fab album came out, and they put Fab album in the joint. I'd be like, well, since you listen to that, I throw that in their bag. So it's like, just to the point where it's like the boss be like, "Hey, yo, stop doing that." I'd be like, "All right." Next person to come over and be like, "Oh yeah, you got that plies? I got something for you." He's like, "Try it." Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's to the point where it's like, look, this ain't gonna be my life. This is it right here. So when I started just jumping out there like that, that's when I knew it was like I had to take it serious. I had to.
I remember them days like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We ready in the streets. We ready in the streets like, yo, you wild. He telling us, you wild. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wild. You know what I'm saying? Then I see him do that like, yo, you wild, son. you straight wild. Okay, so things go serious. Mm-hmm. what were you focused on? You was trying to get a deal, or what were you wanted
first
to stay independent, or what?
Nah, at first it was deal time. At first, like it was under the impression I was gonna press this album out. I was gonna get a deal. It is what like I was head first into that, but it changed over time because I always tell people it was like the rainbow with the chocolate with the gold again, right? It's like you think there's gold there until you realize what a rainbow really is. You like, there ain't shit at the end, right? So then, like, I kind of stepped away from it, but then I had to get into it, and I was like, if I'm gonna get into it, I gotta do it right. So then I started trying to learn and teach myself, or have somebody around that knew how to do what I would get up there, even if it was on a lower level. At least if it's like, if I don't gotta go to somebody. But I remember, like, I wouldn't even say at the beginning up until like recently. A couple years ago, I was like, yo, I'm gonna sign a deal, or like I get connected into labels. Like I've been connected to 3 different labels, and it's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to do this. And then the closer I get to the door, it's like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? Like you look at the door and you kind of look like, that ain't what I thought from the window. You know what I'm saying?
Was it a certain project that you dropped that made you think, all right, well, after this I gotta start doing my own, or was you
Yeah, ID. Okay. ID was the first one I dropped. It was on iTunes. This is before streaming platforms. So it was iTunes and all that stuff. And trying to sell a $10 CD and nobody knows you, it's kind of hard, and then you can't even list the samples. So then that's when I built up my Spotify.
Okay.
That built that up because then that gave people a chance to actually kind of hear it without having to make the purchase.
Okay.
That was like the first streaming show. So then that picked everything up. But that project alone, I was set on in the process of making the project. I was dealing with a label that I was thinking on signing on upon after releasing this project. And it was like just seeing how it was dealt with, just seeing how different things are, you know, they look like something. I compare it to a tip of an iceberg. When you see the tip of the iceberg, you think magazine cover, album cover, video. You don't see anything else after that. Yeah. So it's like you take that and hold, but you don't see everything back here. And it's like a lot of things was just that was smoke and mirrors. I reach out for it like miss, and then find out ain't nothing there, and it's like, oh snap. And then you start to find ways too, with the ground with it, into how you can actually acquire that yourself. So it's like I can get on tour with you, not get nothing out of it, not doing anything like that. It's actually going to cost me more than it is going to make me. And then it's like, or I can learn how he doing it. And it's like I start taking in that perception. Anything I ever paid for, I always call it the cash register. Anytime I get on the cash register and I'm paying for something, I'm gonna try to figure out how to become the cashier. And it's like that's just basically how it was. If I can't do it, I gotta have somebody around me that's at least got something invested into what I'm doing into it. So you know,
that's a jewel right there. That's a big jewel. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like the motto to the show. Motherfuckers in the corner and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it also sounds like you was about to sign something, you know what I'm saying, to get into the door that he was talking about, but the person before him had got in, and as the door was closed, he said, is that a nigga in the Sado Mesa game? With a ball in his mouth? I don't think I need to. You go ahead, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, so now you doing the independent thing, or whatnot. What was the process of that?
For real, it was like, you know, everybody knows New Nation Entertainment. Like I started off with them, and then it's like we acquired a distribution deal. And at first, the distribution deal, we was just like, oh, that's we gonna let them do everything. And then we started to find out ways to just figure out key steps to do what we got to do on our end to even make that. It's not for everybody. Like me and you was even discussing earlier. You got the distro kids, you got those things. Like that work better for some people because they need to just have somewhere they can upload But then with like the distributor, it's like I got deadlines, I got a certain amount of things I gotta do for it to even make sense to do. So if you're not pumping out into that volume, or you're not pumping out into that cadence, it's not gonna be for you. You know what I'm saying? So this
that pressure help you out, you think? Having that pressure on you think that?
Hell yeah, because now it's like, instead of it being like, well, I'm gonna just drop this on Digital Kid. Now it's like I'm looking into insights. I'm looking into to impressions and actually my audience too. Because then now it's like I know where to go. I know who is listening, right? So it's like if I know who listening and who really my audience is, I know there's certain things that I can do that's unnecessary. So like, if everybody listen to you want face tattoos and pink dreads, that's what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, it's like yeah. So this is your core fan base is gonna be on this outlet. This you need to drop your videos like this and da. If my fan base ain't there, this process over here is gonna be unnecessary. Because then it's like I'm gonna drop something while I'm actually speaking and I'm putting some bars and stuff to 18-year-old kids who are gonna listen to it. Like they gonna look at it, so it's like I got the impression, but they not gonna go to my Spotify and listen to the rest of my shit. So
okay. Give me we'll jump off the story for a second. Give me your top 5 artists of we gonna go all time? Top five all time.
Let me add something to that. Right. You want this top or fave? That's a big difference.
Or influence. I like influence.
I mean, influence kind of goes in the fave. It's your favorite because
Okay, do the fave.
Because we end up arguing if you give your top because you're talking to old heads. It's going to be an argument.
Yeah, don't fuck up your interview. Let's not fuck up the interview. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll say some goofy shit. Like, everything you got it, do it all over. But your fave influential 5. Go ahead, give them to me.
Alright, so influential, I'll say when I started listening to him like 16. So like it's like for me being 16 because it's gonna change. But I would definitely say Wayne, Jeezy, and not even for music with Jeezy, more so his physical presence. I was wearing a Jeezy Snowman shirt in school and ain't even heard the album yet. So it's like just that. That part of it alone was like, look, I know if I drop a CD, I gotta go how he went with it. Gucci, not even off music, but how he bring other people. Like there's he's responsible for a lot of artists that exist through the day. So it's like just how he opened the door and keep the door open. I would say definitely him. Jay, for just keep making the ceiling higher. I feel like he make the ceiling move. He got like title. That's something we use. So it's like it's beneficial from there. And then
that's that hard one, that fifth. Yeah, that fifth joint.
Jody Breeze.
Okay. Word.
Jody Breeze reading our Rap Power Rap.
Oh, word. Okay. I like the fifth one. The fifth one always one you gotta reach. It's closer. Everybody ain't gonna know the one. I respect that one.
Okay.
Yeah, he made me change my whole rap style.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What happens when you kill him? No, I was joking.
Oh man. I
was allegedly.
Somebody gotta say it.
Yeah, allegedly. We're not even gonna go there. Okay. Okay. So, give me the top 5 that you bumping right now in the whip.
Lil Baby. It's kind of hard, man.
Because you listen to a lot of music, that's why it's hard, or what?
Nah, I really be trying to listen to stuff that ain't even really out yet.
I mean, that's you about to put somebody on to somebody that might, you know what I mean?
Lil Baby, Benny the Butcher.
Oh my God.
Whole Griselda.
Hell yeah.
I put them in there. I like Sci-Hi. I like trying to think. That one hard. Cause like I don't know. I listen to different. It's like I like songs, not necessarily artists at the time. But like them 3 that I named, that's like if they drop something I ain't heard it yet, I'm gonna just automatically download it and get it in. But everything else is like it's just shuffle. It's in the air. I might like. I like
song here.
Yeah, I like Pop Smoke joint here, but then I might like this over here.
Okay, all right. As a young guy, you rock with Pop Smoke? Like Pop Smoke is am I being a hater or is he?
Kinda. Like
okay.
You not being a hater all the way.
He did?
Nah, I was just a Pop Smoke.
Yo. He called me. He called me and was like, "Hey, yo, dog, you gotta listen to this dude, Pop Smoke. He got a new type of style that everybody about to start biting. You don't understand." He was like, "Look, you don't understand. You're not listening though. Before you listen to him, let me explain." I'm like, yo, I'm about to hang up on you. I'm like, yo, I'm about to Dominique Wilkins hang up on you. Press the end button. You'll say like, Oh, D, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead now. Go ahead and finish it. He was like, you don't understand. It's like a whole. It's gonna be a wave of this shit. Yeah. I'm telling you, he the beginning of the wave, and he nice, but he not as nice as the wave about to be. I'm trying to tell you, somebody gonna come with this wave. And I was like, man, get the hell out of here. Next thing I know, motherfuckers rapping like that.
I mean, because I'm asking, because I only heard one or two songs. You feel me? And then you passed, and then he just.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yo.
I'll check him out. I'll
check
him out.
Yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when I heard it, I was like, yo, he is kind of, I could understand. This is definitely
the wave type shit.
Yeah, it's the way. It's the way. Like he was trying to be. You know what I'm saying?
Something different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like pop. Old first break. I had to get used to the voice.
Yeah.
Like I listened to the song like 3 times. And it's like, let me get past the voice. And then once I got past the voice, I was like, alright.
Yeah.
See, you gotta be saying something.
Huh?
You gotta be saying something. I can't.
He talk
That's
about
old. Yeah, that's the thing. You
gotta be saying something.
Listen to PTSD.
The thing with young dudes, like a lot of times we don't listen to them because of the style or whatever. But when you actually sit there and listen to them, they are saying some stuff. So I'm gonna check out.
What young dude? Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
what young dude you listen to that you can say?
YBN Corday.
He's different though. He an old soul.
See? Yeah,
he an old soul. He like Cole.
That's why
he like Cole. He an old soul. He not from this time.
Who you listen to that's a young nigga that you listen to right now?
Do Vince count?
He like
get the fuck out of here. Nah, man, he ain't no young nigga.
Like
he been out here for a minute, nigga.
Yeah,
movies and all kind of. You make movies, you ain't young. Who you can listen to now?
No, why do music like that
Huh?
though? No, why
I
do
fuck
music
with
like
the
that?
baby.
Yeah, I rock with the baby too. What you about to say though? What you asking?
Nah, you know why the music like that?
What you mean? The styles or what?
Why it's hard to listen to? It's like
why? No, go ahead.
You see that camera? That camera 10 years ago was this big, right? And the process and everything that went into it was a whole lot more. So even our recording process, how me and you record, is from 10, 15, 20 years ago, right? They not right. They're doing four bar punch-ins. So they're basically hearing the beat, hearing the beat going in and saying 4 bars, stop, play it back, and then they're going in. So we're getting more music, a higher quality of music, the quality lower because they finishing in 15 minutes.
I listen to some
dudes like that. I
listen to some dudes
and I just say it like
they call themselves.
It makes complete sense. The styles like they're like I never would have thought about it like that. They spitting 4 bar, like not even talking about the writing part. Like that's. You didn't help them out at all telling me that. But but no, the style I can really hear it. Like that's some dope info right there. Like
4 bar punch-ins and they knocking out 10 songs a night.
Yeah.
So it's like
you said, but it's quantity over quality.
Yeah, it's a streaming world. So it's like you ain't gotta like my song as long as you listen to it for 30 seconds. I'm good. That's
so
my
seeing as it is a streaming world and we're making less money off of music than we did in the past because of the streaming world. Are you doing a lot of shows, or were you doing a lot of shows before COVID? I'll put it that way, because that's
shows is like
that's the bread.
That's the bread and butter.
I think a lot of artists tell them. I think a lot of artists don't know that.
Merch, shows, all that bread and butter. Anybody who touring is winning. If you see them touring all the time, they're good.
What's your favorite thing about performing?
You kind of like not there for 20 minutes. Like you kind of like in a different. You in a different space. And one of the best performances I had recently. I actually had to call Pops after this. Like, yo, man, you was right about that track. Remember Drop, the Go-Go joint? Yeah. I had performed all these new joints, had the crowd hype. Did Drop.
I did.
At the end of Drop that came on, the crowd kept going, one more time, fool. And I had to look at the DJ like,
you heard him?
Like, threw that joint back in, and it was an encore. I ain't never did an encore before. So when that joint happened, it was like I was running around that whole night. So I do like every Saturday, every Friday, I'm doing something. So it's like, it started to feel like work after a while. So I'm already like, yo, how many songs do I'm doing? 3, 4, and I'm out of here. I'm not sitting up there for 30 minutes. I been running around, I gotta make sure everything's good at the front door. When that happened, I felt like that kid again. Like it felt good again. Like, oh yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. What was that at?
That was at Burgers.
Okay.
That was at Burgers.
Give me your wildest performance story. With some wild shit happening.
Wildest performance story?
Give me
good or bad?
You know, man.
Balls hit you in your face.
Tell me. The bitch threw a mask on stage. Get off me!
No, you gotta stop and say COVID-19. Stop the show,
I got a wild story for me because you was with me.
Yeah.
That joke we went to in DC.
Oh,
With Fab and that on the show, yeah. So you went with me, and when we parked on the hill,
yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, the car's moving," and dude was like, "Yeah, you gotta take it out reverse." When we told me that,
You was wild that night. I can tell you. Look. I can tell he'll get out, right? I can tell he didn't get out much because I'm like, this is a normal weekend for me, right? So I'm like, yeah, we about to go to the joint. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling him everything that's gonna happen. I'm like, Fab gonna pull up. It's probably gonna be. It closed at 3.
yeah.
Fab gonna be in the building like 1:45. Jeezy coming at 2. He's like 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I mean, it's like 10:30 now. What you gonna be doing for 10? I'm like, if that's just what it is. He was like, man, for real, that's how they do it. Nah, I thought they was gonna be. I'm like, nah, and they gonna be there for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right. And I was like, and another thing, you might want to park over here. Why? Because when we leave, he's like, man, this sounds unnecessary.
Oh, hey, got mad question.
Like, and we get up there, I'm like, yeah, you got the cut line, right? Remember I told you get the cut line? He's like, I don't see why we gotta get a cut line. We walking, and he see the line around the corner. He's like, I'm like, yeah, we gonna be sitting there for 2 hours, so we can come right over here. He's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, let's go to the main room. He's like, but the party right here. Let's go to the main room now, because once everything move over here. So that whole night you was like, man, it makes sense. I didn't know it was like this. This is crazy.
Old head ass.
You know he don't get out.
I was like, man, I know. Let's go over here. And then, look, and I told the whole run down the car. And what time's Fab in this? It's 1:30. You still got like 20. Dang.
Because he's thinking like this. I used to be in bed by now, goddammit. Look at these niggas again.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So my wildest joints, it's mostly bad. I fell off the stage.
Word.
I fell off the stage. Like, I had these shades on, so.
That's funny. Where? Was it Empire? Where?
This was big. It was for XXL.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was like one of my big joints. It was for XXL. And I'm not going to say label, but a rep for the label was there for me. Like, he came to see me, right? So I had XXL. I had all like the posters and all this stuff up. And like my performance was so sequenced, was so rehearsed. Yeah. That I had videos that was matching my joint. So my DJ and a video person, this is the most rehearsed I ever did. I used to go on the fly. This is the most rehearsed I ever did, and I fell off the stage. But I fell off the stage before I rapped, before I started, before the joint came on. I introduced myself
from the ground and shit.
So the joint went out.
You didn't rehearse falling?
Nah. So this the thing. There was some shades, like shades, like some regular shades. They tell you it was like. You can see, like, they'll be black on the outside, but you can see through them, right? Yeah. I got these from somebody I know. It was his shades. He was like, yo, I'm selling these shades. I'm like, yo, these shades look kind of dark. He's like, nah, man, it's just as dark as these. The thing is, they just as dark in the inside as they is on, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here to support him. I'm like, because I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, I'm going to be taking pictures. XXL's going to have your logo on the joint. So we get on the stage, they're like, let's go. I put the joints on, the whole room go black. Right?
You keep stepping?
Yeah, no, but like there's lights in the back, so I can see the heads of people. I can see the black, but I can't see the front of the stage. I got on the joint, everybody looking, because they even they introduced me. They was like, yeah, so we good enough, everybody here for da-da-da-da. Let's go. And I get on the joint, I'm like, yeah, so y'all know the boom, boom, right? I went across the joint. I was like,
get back on.
Back up the steps. I would have said, I just want to holler at these bitches right here before I started.
I'm talking to people in the front. Excuse me.
I got to get it.
This is my show.
This is my show. Yeah, excuse me.
Did the sequence and everything start?
You heard the mic for it. Oh, that shit, right? Yeah, it was bad.
You did the rest of the shit with the glasses on?
No, I got the glasses fell off. I kicked them. They was on the ground. I fell like, I'm gonna message them after the show.
How was the show?
I killed it after that, but I had no choice. I got on the drum. I was like, hey, Fresh, they'll play that. They'll play that joint. Yeah, me and America came on. I was like, yo, y'all,
just like that.
But like, you know, I usually perform on the front. Like, I get as close to the edge as possible and be like, hands up. I was in the dead center. I made sure there was like 3 feet of stage in front of me.
I ain't moving.
Yup. White was wireless. I was still looking for a wire. And I ain't falling again. I ain't falling again. I had a shortage in a mic. And if one would short out, the other one would work.
Okay.
So I had to perform with 2 mics. I actually took this concept later on with 2 working mics. Vicious. So one joint would go out, that means this one worked. If this one go out, that means this one working. So I was performing like this, and the joint would go out, and I'd be like this.
That's dope.
And it actually came out. It came out better, but it was just a headache to try to catch the joint.
Learning this shit,
But then people thought they didn't know there was a short.
They don't know.
So people was like, "Oh, when you did the 2 mic joint,
do the 2 mic
yeah,
joint.
when you did the 2 mic joint, I was
2
like,
mic man.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
You gotta do the Nick Cannon jump.
Yep.
That's another jewel for artists too coming up, man. Like when you're performing, they don't know. Like when you're new, they don't know your stuff. 'Cause I know I used to get too drunk and forget my words, and I try to remember my words instead of just freestyling. You can incorporate everything. Because they don't know your words. They don't know these ain't the right words, yo. That's a
the show I fell. I did that. So the show I fell. The way the audio was, I couldn't have.
Concussion. I forgot my words.
I probably did.
I probably did get protocol.
But I used to like recording over the MP3, right? Yeah. So they was like, because of what the platform they was going to stream it on, put it up on, I had to have, my mic was basically mixed to go over the instrumental. So there was no vocals whatsoever. And the second verse was coming up, and I'm looking at my DJ like I don't know this joint, right? He said no hands. So I had a freestyle of no hands that I would do over whatever beat was. I didn't know hands, but then like when a song would come out, I could put that same 16 to all the joints. So he was just like, no hands. That's
a good DJ, homie.
Yeah,
that's a good DJ right there.
Fresh like he the bomb hype man.
Yeah, that's
he know my vibe sometimes.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
because the motherfuckers in your corner is everything.
Believe that. Believe that. Okay, so let's talk about the new project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got the new single.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Little clips and shit. You know what I'm saying? On in the songs on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Tell me about how all that played out and everything.
So it was hard with this project to pick a single because of, I ain't gonna go into too much detail, but the concept of the album is so in depth that I could take apart and make a single out of it, and it's not gonna make sense because it has the song in front of it and the song behind it. Gonna have to put that piece together. So with the Stranger Thing, the vibe changed. So that's why it's gonna go upside down. I was able to do that because it don't really take away from the song, but then it don't really let you see too much inside the project.
Okay.
But the song Stranger Things, the name even came about, like when you saying like for artists to be more innovative and stuff like that. The song was just gonna be called Upside Down. Like it could have been typical cliche upside down, but then it's like, nah, let's name it something that has to do with upside down. If you watch the show Stranger Things, you know there was a separate world and all that stuff go upside down. So I was like, let's name it Stranger Things. But then that led us to be more creative with the graphics, the video, the concept. Like I don't know if anybody picked it up, but when I was even promoting the track, I was putting my location as Hawkins, Indiana. Hawkins, Indiana is the town in Stranger Things. On Instagram, if you go to the location, there's millions of people that when they post anything Stranger Things or they post certain things, they say they in Hawkins. So now you generating a whole different crowd of people just because you're saying you're in this location. So we was just able to just move certain things with the aspect of it, and then at the same time, I felt like the forecast of everything that's going on musically, it was like a necessary evil. So when we were saying upside down, like we changing the tone. Okay. So it's like everything is seeming too let's get lit, let's vibe. Like everybody look the same. I look at videos and I'm looking at the same video 100 times from a different person with the same flow, with the same concept, the same beat selection. So it was like I wanted to go with something completely opposite of what you're hearing now. If it's mellow, it's flowing, it's swagged out, let's go Rough Riders, let's go aggression, let's go hype. And like even the way the vocals are mixed, it's mixed total opposite of how it would be for a song of the forecast. So my instrument, my trumpets are the main vocal on this song because it hit different. And I had to mix it like I listen to a lot of different genres of music. So rap, rock, all that is mixed differently. If you listen to a rock song by Journey, you're gonna hear the guitar over the vocals.
Okay.
And so, but everything you listen to a rock, do you remember the words or do you remember
The music more.
that riff? Yeah. So that's when it was like, all right, I want that. Them trumpets are so unique. I want that to be stuck in your head.
Okay.
So it's like now when that concept come about, when you hear the trumpets, you kind of know what's coming. So like even on the radio, I can be listening to the radio and hear my song coming because like I'll be like, oh yeah, next song, and then like I'm barking in the song. I'm like, oof, at the beginning. So like I be listening to Rihanna and all of a sudden I hear oof. I'm like, oh yeah, that's me right there. And it's like that make it unique though, because it's like now it's like I know when it's coming and it's different. It changes the whole format of a whole lot of things. It's hard to duplicate. And then it's hard to find something that you could say it sound like.
Okay.
So somebody like, what Stranger Things sound like? Like I can't tell you. So
Sound like me, motherfucker.
yeah. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. And this is gonna be on the upcoming project, right?
this on the upcoming project. Yeah.
Now I heard that your project, the new project, is supposed to be top secret, G classified. You know what I'm saying, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying. You gotta have a clearance. So do you have anything for the people about the project? You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah, I can even tell you like
Go ahead.
the inspiration.
Okay.
All right, so basically, like if you look at today's platform and music, everything is told to you what you should look for, what you should think is cool, what you think is relevant and stuff like that. When actually everybody got a fingerprint. Everybody is different. It's like at this point, I got kids, so it's like, do I want my kids to see this person and they counting money with their guns on their joint like that and be like, yo, that's what I got to do to be set? Or can I show them a different lane and show them something different? Like not even just with my kids, other people's kids. And it's like, can I show them something and really glorify individuality?
Okay.
So if everybody make a mold and it's like this is how everybody's supposed to be, how can you feel secure in your own plights and like what you got to get done, right? So basically it's more so I throw my flaws out, I throw my pros out, but it's like I'm so in tune with what I do wrong that it's almost like somebody gonna be able to identify with that. You know what I'm saying? And this identifies everywhere. I got homies that do music and they can't catch nothing because they're trying to imitate what they see, right? And it's like, yo, you smoke and play PlayStation all day. Make music about smoking, playing PlayStation, because there's a whole network of people that's gonna do that. Like I ain't heard one artist get signed by PS Network.
And
you can be that person. Yeah. So why not? Why you shooting for that? You shooting for the club and you don't go to the club. I've never seen you in the club. Like you talking about like when you say a bottle and I'm like, like you know what I'm saying? I'm on that Ciroc. I'm around like 6 flavors came out by then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like just
still blue dot.
Yeah, spirit off. So like I'm trying to like basically the project is like we gotta make that dope. You gotta make that cool, like to be able to like really just like I can hang with somebody who on Game Boy or something like that. But if that's you, if that's how you really are, yeah, it's like that's who you are as a person, I can accept that.
Yeah.
Then you know what I'm saying? I'd rather you be that than you be trying to be somebody else, and it's like, yo, you a little weird. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just be how it is. And I feel like that work out at the end of the day, especially if we can push that narrative, or we can push that to a lot of different people. I think a lot of things that's wrong will be right.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Don't be goofy. that needs to be goofy.
Be you.
Yeah. That's another jewel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Before we get out of here, give me your top 5 boxes.
Y'all gonna be mad at me. This one, y'all gonna be like, cut the interview. I'm gonna name the 5 I know.
Okay, go ahead.
Of all time.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, that opens up more for you.
Okay.
Mike. Bernard Hopkins. Because I know. Roy Jones. Floyd.
Okay.
That ain't bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good little joint. You know what I'm saying? You got I get knocked out the ring, be hot.
But a lot of niggas rock a B-hop though, so I can
A lot of
understand
niggas
that.
been knocked the fuck out.
Not out the ring.
Not out the ring.
Yeah.
Not out the ring.
My man throw his head.
Knocked out the ring.
And he got to walk back in that bitch.
Are we talking about B-hop or we talking about the other one?
Nah,
I can see somebody else get knocked out the ring.
Nah. He got to walk.
girl,
B-hop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get it. Okay. All right. On that note, you got something you want to tell the people how they can follow you and all that other good shit?
On Instagram, Neff Nuff Sed. On Facebook, Neff Nuff Sed. On Spotify, Nuff Sed. On Apple Music, Nuff Sed. Any streaming platform is Nuff Sed. And then,
You could just go ahead and put the joint right down there, Mo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put the joint, because ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? He just kept saying,
My
you know what I'm saying?
fault.
Yeah, you put the shit right here,
My
Mo.
fault.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
On that note, y'all got one more, anything else for him? Any closing words? You know what I'm saying?
Looking forward to the project, man.
Yeah, we definitely looking forward to the project, you know what I'm saying? And that video, hopefully the video drops soon.
You got one yet?
No.
Wait on it.
Not yet. Not yet. It might just come out nowhere. It might come out Friday.
Boom.
This interview is going to be out Friday. Okay. On that note, it's the Previous Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? This show is Cadillac Red. You know what I'm saying? Here with my brother. Said we got the field correspondent.
Mo got
You know what
questions.
I'm saying? And we had special guest.
Neff Nuff Sed.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we'll get back at y'all in a minute, man. One.
Damn, but this nigga just got cool as a bitch. I guess because we doing somebody doing music, you gotta get his rapper pose and shit. Nigga, this nigga just.
Word to your mother, B.
Bond.
Word to your mother, B. Word to your mother.
When he said he never rap?
Supreme Box Talk. Action.
Yeah, I know he rapping shit, but he ain't doing it
He
no
don't
more.
rap no more.
Yeah, I'll do that shit.
I got him in my phone. He don't even
He
know.
don't really rap.
What, rapping?
Yeah.
This shit about to be the intro.
Wait,
nigga.
recently?
This shit
On
about to be
Sice
He in
Mode.
my car.
You was
this
on the
shit-
album.
This shit about to be the intro, nigga.
And I got no
Oh.
That nigga don't
On
rap.
this joint coming out?
That
Nah,
nigga
I'm
can't
saying.
On
rap
some,
like
oh,
me.
yeah,
Like me.
man.
That
Yeah,
nigga
you
don't
sound
rap
like
like
It's
me.
Googleable.
Yeah.
That
It's
nigga
Googleable. You're Googleable.
Yeah,
Rapping.
you definitely Googleable. You definitely Googleable rapping. You got a video.